Well, hello beautiful souls, it's your girl Zhane coming at you with another video, and as you can tell by the title, this video is going to be about new perfume releases of 2024 so far. I have 20 bottles of fragrances in front of me. Some are PR, most of them I purchased myself. So if you guys are interested in seeing what my thoughts are on these new releases, do I feel like they're worth your money or not, then go ahead and just keep on watching. So if you are new to my channel, hello again. My name is Zhane. Welcome. And if you are returning, thank you so much for clicking back onto another video. I truly appreciate you guys' support. So if you have not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and join the family, and give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more videos from moi. Now let's get into it. I want to get through this video kind of quickly because baby boy is taking his nap. You know how it is. So lip combo is a drugstore combo. I am wearing the NYX Line Loud lip liner in the shade Rebel Kind, along with the Maybelline Superstay Vinyl Ink in the shade 130 Extra. I got the bun going on with the baby hairs. It's giving sultry, so I kind of wanted to give you guys like a spring summer bold lip. So now I'm going to get into my scent of the day. Go ahead and leave your scent of the day or night down below. I would absolutely love to know. This fragrance was sent to me. I'm going to start off with the PR fragrances because, you know, y'all want to know what was sent in PR. I'm not obligated to talk about any one of these. None of this is sponsored or anything like that. I was just sent these in PR. I've been testing them and I want to give y'all the tea on if they're worth your coin. This one in particular I've been testing out for a couple of days. This is L'Eau de Parfum from Cirque du Soleil. If you don't know who Cirque du Soleil is, okay, they do like the circus, you know, all of that. Now, since I have 20 fragrances, I'm not going to go through notes, and this isn't like a review situation. I'm just giving you guys my opinion on what they smell like, and I'll give you guys like keynotes to my nose, like what I smell, but go from there. But this fragrance is a sweet buttery popcorn fragrance. It has a lot of sweetness to it. It's a very beautiful gourmand. To me, it has this fruitiness as well. It opens up kind of spicy. There are no spicy notes that are listed, but to me, it opens up very spicy. You get like this cotton candy accord. It dries down and it becomes very buttery from that buttery popcorn. And then you get this like caramelized, like vanillic type of vibe in the base. I think there's also like caramelized amber. The Frisian here in the mid, it kind of keeps the fragrance not too heavy to where you can wear this in the spring, but this is definitely for the gourmand lovers. Now I will say, if you're thinking that this is like a very heavy, thick, decadent scent, no, this is not that. I would say comparing this to What About Pop from the House of Oud, which I own and I love, that is a little bit more salty. It's a little bit more buttery. It has more of that photorealistic buttery popcorn vibe to it. This one is a little bit more playful. It's more candied like, so it's like a candied caramel popcorn because of that cotton candy note that's in here. So I think this is absolutely beautiful. Look at this bottle. Like, you know, I'm a sucker for packaging. I love the concept behind it. It's very much so a unique gourmand. There aren't many fragrances out there on the market with the note of popcorn and that really translate that note of popcorn. Try before you buy if you can. I don't know if they have like decants or samples or anything like that, but definitely try before you buy. But if it sounds like it's up your alley, if you love gourmands, if you like something that's airy, delicious, you know, gourmand, has a little bit of like a spice, little tingling to the nose when it first opens up, but when it dries down, it definitely becomes more gourmand. You will really enjoy this fragrance in particular. So this is L'Eau de Parfum from Cirque du Soleil. All right, next we have a fragrance from one of my favorite brands. Okay, I love working with them, but I also really enjoy a lot of their fragrances because they're so easy and effortless to wear, and it is a clean brand. This is Malibu Beach from the Clean Classic line. Now this fragrance is their summer release. Last year they came out with Beach Vibes, which is like, you know, their take on their summery scent. So this year they wanted to come out with another summery scent. Now to me, this is a very beautiful coconut fragrance. It has a little bit of that, like a touch of that sunscreeny suntan lotion type of vibe, but it dies down pretty quickly. It has this yellow floral touch. It's very tropical. Definitely coconutty. It has a little bit of a creaminess to it. It has this vanillic touch. I find this to be very pleasant. I much prefer this over Beach Vibes because Beach Vibes was very salty and it had that coconut vibe, but it was more on that sunscreeny side. This one has a little bit more of a gourmand touch, which I really enjoy. As you can see, like, I have been using this. I have been loving it. I much prefer, like, this one is more my zhuzh. It goes a little bit more on the delicious side, more on the vanillic side, more on the warm side. inside. Absolutely beautiful. Love the way that this fragrance has been wearing, and surprisingly this performs very, very well. So if you're looking for a clean fragrance from a clean brand that is giving, you know, warm coconutty vibes, then I highly recommend this fragrance. So is it worth it? Absolutely. And it's not because, you know, I really mess with the brand. I really enjoy this scent, and this definitely will be in rotation for me this summer. More than likely this will be on my June perfume tray. I'm just saying. Next, I'm gonna talk about these next two together because they're kind of like hand in hand, like they go together. So the next fragrance duo I'm gonna be talking about are the Batman fragrances from House of Sillage. So I have the feminine fragrance and I have the masculine fragrance. First of all, House of Sillage, like the fact that House of Sillage gets the hate that they get, I don't understand. Like I get it, like some things might not be for you, but like you cannot deny the beauty that House of Sillage comes with every single time. They don't miss. They never miss. And then as time goes on, like with most of my fragrances, as my fragrances age from House of Sillage and a couple of other brands, the scent just gets better and better. So I'm gonna focus more on the feminine fragrance because it's more my zhuzh. But the masculine fragrance, surprisingly, is very much so gender fluid. It does lean a little bit more on the masculine side, and I know some gentlemen watch me, so I'm gonna talk to you guys about this one just for a little bit. But the feminine fragrance and the masculine fragrance, they really go hand in hand, so they complement each other very well, and they do have similar vibes. So to me, the feminine fragrance that Batman is just a beautiful, warm, sweet, spicy fragrance. It has this very prominent rose note, so if you don't like rose, you won't like this fragrance. It has this gorgeous earthiness to it. It's woody. It's very deep and dark. It has a slight leathery touch to it, which kind of comes off a little spicy. Oh my god, I really enjoy this fragrance. This one is so sexy and seductive to me. The bottle it's just giving me everything that I want, and I love fragrances like this. Rose is one of my favorite floral notes, so when rose is done in this deep and dark way, it does it for me. Like I love me a good dark, very rich rose. I'm not much of a fan of a more like green rose. Like I don't like when it goes in that direction. I like more of a fresh rose that are accompanied with fruits or vanilla, or I like when it goes very dark and like sexy and gender fluid. That's what it is right here. Now, I will say this for both of these. They give me similar vibes. However, I would say if you like fragrances like Tobacco Rose from BDK, they're not dupes because this doesn't have like the chocolate note. It doesn't go as sweet as Tobacco Rose, but if you enjoy that type of a fragrance, like that deep rose with those like woody, sweet nuances, you would really enjoy this release. I'm telling you, it's very sexy, it's very seductive, very much so powerful and in your bag. That's what these are. Now the masculine fragrance, again, it is similar to the feminine fragrance. It just has a little bit more spice to me. It has a little bit more spice. It has a little bit more woodiness. It has a little bit more of an aromatic touch to me. So it comes across a little bit more masculine. I really enjoy both of them. I personally will wear them both. I will go a little bit lighter on the trigger for the masculine one, but the feminine one, y'all already know. This one I'm definitely gonna be wearing a lot. Yeah, these two, fantastic. Thank you so much, House of Sillage. Thank you to all these brands that sent these to me in PR, because you didn't have to, but you did. And yeah, I'm super grateful. So let's go ahead and get into the next fragrance. All right, so this next one is another summery coconutty fragrance. This one I recently got, probably like the last couple of days, so I haven't really been able to test this one, so I can't really say if it's worth it or not. This is Cocoa Shimmy from Sniff. This is like a pina colada in a bottle. When I first sprayed this, I was like, oh. They do Gourmands in such a playful way. It's so much fun. Like I really love how they do them. I've only been able to wear this fragrance once, so that's why I said I can't really tell you guys exactly how I feel or the performance and all that stuff, how I you know, whatever. But this one is really good. If you like the idea of like a sweet, creamy coconut with a bright, juicy, fruity pineapple, you would like this. Very sweet, very juicy, very fun, flirty. I think there might be some sandalwood in here because it has that like creaminess from that woodiness. Absolutely gorgeous. This one, I wish they would sell like in a bigger bottle. It's a few fragrances I'm like, y'all need to like get like 100 ml bottles because I will go to town with this. This one is definitely incredible. I've been looking for like a pina colada scent, and this one is giving pina colada for sure. So if you're looking for a pina colada scent, this is that for sure. I'm telling you. And this is pretty affordable, so if you're on a budget, you want to smell good, smell like a pina colada, sniff Coco Shimmy. All right, these next two I'm going to kind of talk about together because I don't want to go into too much detail about them because I want to do a dedicated review on each of these and go into detail. Now I'm going to spoil it and tell you guys if I think they're worth it. So far I think all of them are worth it because I like them. Now I will say that it depends on your taste. So depending on your taste will depend on if you think something is worth it or not. Now I'm going to talk to you guys about Kiss a Delicious from Paris Corner, and the other fragrance is also from Paris Corner as well. So this to me is just a delicious, chocolatey, fluffy, airy spring gourmand. It's incredible. It has this really fluffy nature to it that makes it very easy to wear during this time. Again, I'm not gonna go into detail about notes or performance or anything like that because I am saving that for like an actual review, and you know, I don't want to go too deep because we have so many fragrances to get through. But yeah, y'all, this one is really good, especially for the price. Like, especially for the price, what you're getting, it's really good. If you are looking for something that is perfect for the hotter weather and you love gourmands, this is good. Now, if I had to like say which gourmand to get, this one, smoother, more gourmand, more sweet, more flirty. This one, more of like your fluffy, airy, hot chocolate type of vibe, powdery. It's giving kind of bedtime vibes for me during this time. It's very cozy. So this to me puts me in a time to like relax or to be like cozied up. This doesn't really give me vibes to like go out with. This gives me vibes like I could wear this outside. So like that's kind of like my mindset, but yours could be different. That's why I'm saying like these fragrances are all subjective, and if they're worth it or not, of course it's subjective. Giving y'all a little influencer tea, that was just for the algorithm, me saying if it's worth it or not. But that's Kiss a Delicious. I personally love it. I think it's really nice. I enjoy Kiss a Pink as well, which I purchased myself. And I just like those types of gourmands, those creamy, fluffy, delicious gourmands, those lactonic gourmands. To me, this one isn't super lactonic, but it does have a little bit of a creaminess to it, but it's not too decadent and rich. It has this airier quality to it, which is why I think it works for the springtime. So yeah, Kiss a Delicious from Paris Corner. Shout outs to Aroma Concepts for sending that my way. And going on to the next one, they sent this one as well. This is Bain Al Asrar. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. Please help me, y'all, because I really tried to like do research, but I can't find how to say it. This is pretty similar to Guidance from Amouage, which still is on my wish list. I'm still gonna get it. As I've had this for longer, the opening is less alcohol-y, so I can actually enjoy the opening more. So this to me is a warm, floral, sweet, vanillic fragrance. It has a little bit of this like resinous quality to it as well. I really think that this one is absolutely gorgeous. It is similar to Guidance, but to me it has more of an airier, transparent quality to it. And I think that if you're on a budget and you like the idea of Guidance, but you don't like the intensity of Guidance, or you don't like that like weird green tone that it has the first 20 minutes into it, like me, like I did not like the way that it opened, then this one is a great option. Again, shout outs to Aroma Concepts for sending this my way. Super grateful. And yeah, I'm going to do a dedicated review on this one because I feel like y'all need to get details. I need to wear it a few more times, give you guys some details, some nuances, because I do have thoughts on this and I want to find some good combos to layer this as well. All right, last fragrance from PR. This is Azure Fantasy from Orientica. This is from their exclusive line, and this is like their Extrait de Parfum fragrance line. Y'all, this one I really enjoy so much. Like if you want something bright and refreshing and just super long lasting, has like a really nice fresh floral touch to it, slightly salty as well, that's what this fragrance is. To me, it just screams beach vibes. Like the color in the background kind of matches. Ooh, that's cute. It's like that vibe. It's not super aquatic, but it does have this watery aquatic nature to it. But the citrus in this fragrance is intense. Like it stays throughout the fragrance, and for this to be more of a citrus heavy fragrance, it's intense. Like the citrus stays. So I highly recommend this for everyone, but specifically for people who love to smell fresh and citrusy. That's what this one is. I really enjoy this one. I really enjoy this one. I have 6 of them, and this would have to be like top 3 for me. Really nice fragrance. Really, really nice. I also get a little bit of sweetness to the fragrance, like a little bit of sweetness, slight fruitiness. Really, really gorgeous fragrance. All right, now we're getting into the fragrances that I purchased with my own coin. And all of these I purchased within the last 30 days. I have a couple of fragrances coming, and I just didn't want to wait. I actually have the Kayali fragrance coming today. If I remember, I might pop back in and do like an unboxing with y'all. If I don't, then we'll just do a dedicated review on that one. This next fragrance, or these next fragrances, are the Forever Mood fragrances. Now I have a dedicated review on these babies, and the only one that I'm missing is You Remind Me, which I am gonna pick up a full bottle. I keep going back and forth about it, but I'm gonna pick up a full bottle. I have to complete the collection. I can't just be around here with 3. I bought the travel sizes for these 2, and then I went ahead and upgraded. I did start off with this one. That's why the dent is denting. So yeah, as you can tell, I really enjoy this one. I'm more than likely gonna repurchase I Am Her. And the Hard to Get has grown on me, and surprisingly NDA has finally grown on me as well. So the collection has grown on me, and my thoughts have changed. I would say that it's changed for the better. I am more into the collection than I was at first, because the fragrances have had time to kind of age a little bit, and I think the longer that they sit and they age, I'm gonna like them even more. So if you want to see my thoughts back about a month ago, go ahead and watch that video, and I will update you guys maybe within the next couple of months or so about how I feel about these, or you might see these in a new list. And I really hope for the next launch that she has, she kind of challenges us and challenges herself a little bit and gives us like some more depth. I want some more heft, okay? I want a little bit more challenges in there. All right, next, speaking of dedicated reviews, I just posted this review. If you haven't checked it out, please do. This is the Hola Summer collection from Sol de Janeiro. I have Carioca Crush, Beijos de Sol, and Summer Amor. I have every single fragrance. I actually bought doubles, okay, because I've been missing out on some gems that have not come back. So I have a dedicated review on all these. First impressions, honestly, check that video out because I feel like I did a really good job. These, I'm gonna just say it now, these 2 must-haves. Carioca Crush, Beijos de Sol. If you and I have similar taste in fragrances, you need these 2. If you like lactonic, creamy, coconutty fragrances, Beijos de Sol. If you like warm, sweet, deep, fruity gourmand fragrances, Carioca Crush. If you like an airy, warm, sweet, fruity gourmand, but you like it to be a little bit more, I don't want to, a little bit more vanillic, a little bit more, I don't know, just flirty, then Summer Amor. They are all nice. I really recommend just getting them all because I don't know, it's like $72 US. Just get them all. Just get them all. I just love the trios. The last 3 years, I've gotten every single one of them. Every time they've done it, I've gotten them. So in that video, I compared all 3 launches. Personally, my favorite launch was last year's launch. I think every single one of them were bangers. So that was my favorite. This year will have to be my second favorite, and then the first would be my last favorite out of the 3. So yeah. Check those out. Next fragrance that I purchased with my own money is Melone Kiss from Navitus Parfums. This was the collaboration with Gabby Loves Perfumes, and I've talked about this a couple times on my channel. This one, I am gonna do my Navitus house review. Now this one, I will say, as it's aged, it's grown on me, because it was a period of time where me and this one struggled. I am gonna stand on business and say I do still prefer Baklava Royale. That still is my second favorite launch from Navitus. My favorite launch from Navitus to this day is Ambrosian Imperial. That is my favorite from the house, period, point blank. I would say third will be Soir Exclusif, which is the Big Beer Business. Well, now he goes by the Triple B Way, Buck. His collaboration with Navitus Parfums. So that list will be my top 3. I am going to purchase the Lost in a Dream fragrance, which is the collab with Polina Shar. I don't have any of her collabs, so I do want to try that one because, you know, I love lactonic fragrances. But going back to Melone Kiss, this one, on paper, I don't get the same reaction that I do on skin. So to me, Melone Kiss is a sweet, fruity, slightly green, creamy, a little musky, a little woody, but all in all, it's very flirty. It's fun. It is unique because I don't have many fragrances with the note of melon, but on my skin, there's something with the melons or the honeydew that turns weird. Like, it goes weird on my skin. I don't want to say, I want to be more descriptive. It goes kind of in this like green vegetal nuance that I get. It doesn't go fruity to me completely. It kind of goes a little bitter, and on my skin I don't like that. Like, that's not the type of vibe that I go. I'm not the type of person that really enjoys like more vegetal or green fragrances. So yeah, I was just expecting something different, but I do like the fragrance when it gets out of that zone after a few hours. But to me, it kind of makes me sad because, you know, I really wanted to love the scent because I love to eat honeydew melons, especially when they're perfectly ripe and soft. I love cantaloupe, so I just love melons. I love watermelons. I just love to eat melons and fruit. Like, I just love it, especially during the summertime. And I feel like me and Gabby, when it comes to like our fragrance taste and even just her creations, we vibe. So I'm still gonna wear it. You know, I love supporting other content creators, but this one just isn't my favorite. And I want to see how this one ages, because as I've let this sit for a few weeks, it has gotten a little bit better for me, and that bitter green vegetal tone that I get from the melon note or the honeydew note, it has toned down a little bit. So hopefully on my skin it reacts a little bit better. Let's get into the next one. All right, this one is pretty freaking new to my collection. I've worn this a couple of times. This is from Lela. This is 14 Isla Coco, and this is supposed to be like her tropical fragrance. Now, I went ahead and picked up the full collection because I was sleeping on Lela. I do watch Stephanie's content when she was mainly doing her beauty videos, but I kind of stopped. And you know, she's a mother now and she came out with her brand, and I'm here for it. So shout out to you, Stephanie. But Lela is her last name, and you know, that's the name of her brand. This fragrance is like her, you know, summery, citrusy, sweet, coconutty, creamy, delicious fragrance. And it's just that, like, I feel like this brand is for the effortless, beautiful woman. This to me is giving like that clean girl aesthetic vibe. The bottle reminds me of the Chloe Atelier collection, and for the price that she's selling this at, like, that to me is a bargain, because you're getting that clean girl minimalist aesthetic, that clean girl, like that luxury, you know, if you know aesthetic, but you're getting it for a good price. This retails for $98 US. I believe if you order for the first time, you get like 10% off. She has bundles. It's like a great thing. She also has like travel sprays that come with like a leather pouch. It's so cute. Like, the website was so cute. Her campaigns are so cute. Everything was cute. Anyways, going back to the scent. This one I think is super cute. However, what I will say is, from my experience, the performance on this wasn't super intense for me. It wasn't intense, it wasn't extremely long lasting, but for this type of fragrance, I wasn't expecting it to be. These like fresher, more, you know, bright citrusy fragrances, they don't really perform that well. So this has a lot of citruses when the fragrance opens up, and then when it dries down, you get this like creamy coconut milk. And then in the deep dry down, there are some woods there, but to me, this just sits closer to the skin. It doesn't last all day long, but you do get this nice like creaminess. It's very ethereal. It's a very angelic type of fragrance. So that's why I said if you have that like clean girl aesthetic, that very minimal, very effortless type of vibe, that's what this fragrance in particular is like. Also, the Oris 22 is like that as well. It gives that like very effortless type of vibe. The vanilla fragrance packs a little bit more of a punch. So, you know, if y'all want me to talk about this brand a little bit, I can, but this one I definitely overspray to be able to get the performance that I want. And I don't have a problem with that because I overspray most of my fragrances, but I really enjoy the way that this one smells. I think it's really cute, but if you are the type of person that likes like a beast mode fragrance, I say stay away from this one. Maybe check out the vanilla one, but this one, super cute, really like it, and I'm so happy to have this in my collection, especially for this time of year. So beautiful. All right, this fragrance, this one right here, has no problem with performance. This is a gorgeous scent. This is Chansu's Mango Passion. This is an extracted parfum. This is a black owned brand. This fragrance, not only have I gotten complimented on it, I got complimented on it the first day I wore it. This guy tried to talk to me at the gas station, and the way he initiated the conversation was complimenting my fragrance. So he didn't talk about my beauty, he talked about my scent. This, oh my gosh, if you know me, I told y'all earlier, I love me some good tropical fruits, okay? I love me a good tropical fruity fragrance, especially for the summertime, and we're getting into summer. Mango is one of my favorite notes, and I will give you guys a mango video because I have bangers, but this fragrance is just a delicious, sweet, creamy mango fragrance. It's not creamy to the degree of like, say, my Cruz del Sur 2 or my Keep Glazed, but it has this slight creaminess that I really love. It has this like mouth-watering, I don't know if it's like guava or passion fruit, but there's like a lot of tropical fruits happening, and it's very intense. It's very in your face. The experience is very bright and it's very vivid. That's what I really enjoy about this house, because the creations that are made are very vivid and in your face. I also have Vanilla Matrimony, but the intense version, and that one is vanilla, but it has a lot of butterscotchy nuances to it, and it's very buttery, it's very intense. You can like feel it, you can see it. It like gets all your senses going, and that's how Mango Passion does for me. Like, it even kind of comes off a little bubblegummy in a way. It's so hard to explain, but my goodness, I am in love. And I overspray everything, but this one I kind of have to like reel it back because it's incredible. I love wearing this. I wore this to my daughter's track meet as well. Everyone complimented me. People could smell me. The wind was blowing. This is perfection to wear outside in the heat, but if you're indoors as well, this is great. Incredible fragrance. Incredible fragrance. Again, I purchased this with my own money. This house don't even know who I am. This is an indie house, but the two creations that I do have are incredible. They have like a strawberry cream fragrance that I want to try. They have so many good Gourmands that if you love Gourmands, you should definitely check this house out. They have 10 mils. I believe they have like a discovery set, so you don't have to just jump right in to buy a full bottle. This bottle was about $163, and this is a 50 mil, which I think is fantastic. And you're supporting an indie niche house, which I don't think you can go wrong with. So yeah, this is Chansu's Mango Passion. All right, last but certainly not least, all three of these are from the same brand, so we're just gonna get through these real quick. These are the new fragrances from Theodoros Catinis. I think that's how you say the brand, Theodoros. I have cherry powder, I have pear gelato, and I have creme brulee. There is a fourth fragrance from this launch, which is Sexy Fougere. I didn't grab that one because I didn't think it would be my type, but like now I'm kicking myself in the foot because I should have. But I got all three of these from Greta's site. Greta Beth here on YouTube has her own fragrance store, and you guys can purchase online. I do have a discount code with her. It is not commission based, it just helps you guys out. You guys can save 10% if you use the code Zhane10, I believe. I think it's Zhane10. If not, I'll have it on the screen and down below. But we're gonna go ahead and start off with creme brulee, which is the extracted parfum, and then we'll go to the eau de parfums over here. Again, I don't have the notes and things like that, so I'm not going to, you know, bore you guys with all of that. I'm just gonna tell you guys what I smell, and we're gonna go from there. But creme brulee to me is literally just that. Creme brulee. It's creamy, it's sweet, it's a slightly charged, super buttery. It is intense when you first spray it, but when you wear it on the skin, it's so buttery, and it just has this like humming of this warmth over the skin. To me, it's very sexy and seductive, and if you spray it delicately, like maybe like 5 sprays, you are going to smell incredible all day long. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. This fragrance is gorgeous. It's gorgeous, it's creamy, it's buttery, it's just delicious. It's sweet, but it's not too sweet. If this was too sugary sweet, it would be too much. It would be too much, but it's not too much. It's perfect. I feel like once it hits the fall time, I'm gonna be grabbing for this so much more. But as of now, this is more of like a layering fragrance for me. Like have this a couple sprays for the base and then add something on top. If I want something just to be a little sweeter, just a little bit more buttery, put this on, add the others on top. So this is creme brulee, and then let's go ahead and get into pear gelato. Pear gelato is one that I thought that I was actually gonna love, and surprisingly I don't. I don't love it as much as I do. It's not bad, it's not bad, but it's just not what I thought it would be. I'm starting to realize that I love pear, but I love a bright sparkling pear. I'm not much of a fan of the like more sweet, like cooked down pear. It doesn't really do it for me. It doesn't really do it for me. To me, the pear when it first opens up is more of a bright pear, but the creaminess from the gelato kind of overshadows that. So you get this like fresh, fruity, bright pear. Then it dries down to be this creamy, lactonic gelato with some sweetness. And that's pretty much it. It's nothing too crazy. I thought I would like this more, but I don't know, the pear just gets sweeter and sweeter. I don't really love it as much as I thought I would. I do like it though. It is nice. I do feel like if maybe the time is different or maybe for a different occasion, I would like it more. But as of now, this isn't my favorite. Surprisingly, cherry powder is my favorite out of the bunch. I just love a good, warm, sweet, like dark cherry, but I also love me a good, bright, intense tart cherry. The cherry here is not only sweet, but it's fresh and it's bright, but it has this juicy yet tart nuance to it. I really, really enjoy it. I was so scared because it's called cherry powder. I was thinking talcum powder, baby powder, makeup powder. Like it could go so many directions. It could go very mature and like borderline. I don't want to be offensive, but borderline, you know, something I don't want to smell like. Or it could go creamy. It could go like powdery, creamy, kind of like Lela Exclusive. But to me, this is powdery, but it is more of a fresh powdery, but it's not baby powder. It's not like a baby powder, but it also isn't like makeup powder. It has this powdery tone. It's giving like confectionery sugar. It's giving confectionery sugar. You know how confectionery sugar is sweet, but it's airy, it's fluffy, it's powdery. It's there, like it's there, but it's not giving too much freshness like a baby powder would, but it also isn't giving that very nostalgic makeup powder scent either. That's why I'm thinking it's like confectionery sugar. I know that this has a note of macarons or macarons, and I think that might be what I'm smelling, but but the cherry in here is the perfect cherry. It's not too sweet and juicy to where it's like overripe, but it's not too tart to where it's like there needs to be sweetness. It's the perfect balance of sweet, tart, and sour. Like, it's all there. Yes, so this is actually my favorite. I've been wearing this one the most out of all three of them. I think creme brulee with cherry powder would be a banger. Like, this would be a banger. Oh my gosh, this would be so freaking good. I'm here for that. Also, these two, if you love you some Gourmands, I'm just saying. So that's all I have for you guys today. What do you think about today's list? I feel like I did a pretty good haul. Thank you to all the brands that sent over PR. Okay. Your girl feels official. But also, shout out to you guys for all of the love, all the support. If it weren't for y'all liking, commenting, purchasing through my links, these brands wouldn't be sending me stuff, okay? Clicking on the videos, y'all watching my content is all support. So I really appreciate you guys for all your support. Let me know what you think about these new releases. Do you think they're worth the money? Do you feel like, you know, these launches are giving what they need to give? Also, have you picked up any of these fragrances that I talked about today? I would absolutely love to know. And if you are new to my channel, I do quiz you guys at the end of all of my videos just to see who's been rocking with me into the end or whatnot. And for today's video, go ahead and leave me the butterfly emoji so I know you guys made it into the end. I love you guys so much, and I will see you all in the next one.